What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here to take a look at Reignmakers for Week 12 on DraftKings. While you're coming in, please like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. Of course, if you have not already signed up for Reignmakers, use the link in the description of this video. When you sign up, you're going to get a free Reignmakers starter pack. That's going to be 5 core cards. You're going to get the cards that are necessary to build a lineup, build a core lineup, enter some contests. So you get it for free. You're going to be able to enter contests where you can make real money, and you don't know what you're going to get. You might get complete crap in your pack, but you also might get awesome cards. That is part of the fun of opening packs, is not knowing what you're going to get. You could get a Tyreek Hill, a Christian McCaffrey. You never know what you're going to pull. So check it out. If you haven't already done so, use the link in the description of this video. All right, the way I'm going to do this here, you can see I've already pulled up the Reignmakers. We can look at the prices for quarterbacks, running backs, and then I did wide receiver and tight end together. There's only one relevant tight end for Reignmakers for me this week. And on Reignmakers, there's no salary cap, so you really want to be playing some of the top projected players in general. So that's what I pulled up here. So starting with the quarterbacks, you can see here, these are our projections for quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, the highest projected quarterback on the week, followed by Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen. Those are the quarterbacks, and Trevor Lawrence, I think I pulled up as well. I think those are the 5 quarterbacks that I pulled up here. So we can take a look at who is cheap among these 5 quarterbacks. And of course, there is a projection spread here of nearly 5 points between Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence, but still might be worth it to play depending on price tags here. And I've pulled that up here. Quarterbacks here, our cheapest of those options is Matthew Stafford, and we can skip over these Josh Allen defensive players. He gets pulled in when you search Josh Allen, but obviously not a quarterback. You can play Matthew Stafford for as little as $335. Stafford looks fantastic here. Here's our third highest projection on a quarterback here. Great matchup with the Cardinals. So Stafford stands out as a great play if you don't want to spend a lot of money. $335, great price there. Next cheapest is Trevor Lawrence of this group, 5. Doesn't project as well. I'd rather play Stafford than Lawrence at these prices. Mahomes, though, 574 Mahomes. He is our, I believe, second highest projected quarterback. You can certainly go there depending on how much you want to spend. Mahomes, a very viable option at 570. Hurts, of course, our highest projected quarterback on the slate for 624. I'd probably go, like, if you're going to spend up for a quarterback, Hurts projects a couple fantasy points better than Mahomes. So probably my favorite options here is, if you're going cheap, go to Matthew Stafford. If you're willing to pay up, Hurts for 624. That is a nice price tag on Hurts. So a lot of different ways you can go. You can see Josh Allen, the quarterback here, is that as cheapest at 6? No, we have 650 is the cheapest we have on Josh Allen. Another way you can go against that Eagles secondary. So a lot of different quarterbacks to choose from here, but I'd probably limit myself to these quarterbacks as the only ones that I would seriously consider, just because you can play whoever you want. All right, moving on to running backs. I took a look at some of the better projected running backs on the slate, those being Jonathan Taylor, the highest projected by a little bit here, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Travis Etienne, Bijan, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I think I looked at all 7 of these, and we can take a look at who is the cheapest in this group. We're sorted by price here. Josh Jacobs, just $1.82 minimum price for Josh Jacobs. Fantastic price there. Of course, Bijan Robinson, you have the added benefit of it's a rookie card. So, a few weeks back, I recommended CJ Stroud buying that rookie card, and I think it's at least doubled in price since that day. Of course, CJ Stroud has been taken off, so it's performance related. But Bijan Robinson, $2 for Bijan Robinson rookie card. That is a great price for a great running back. Jonathan Taylor, the highest projected running back on the slate, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor by a good bit. And Jonathan Taylor, pretty inexpensive himself at just $220. So kind of stands out as probably the best value here. $2.20 for the best projected running back on the slate. Don't mind that one bit. If you want to pay up more, Derrick Henry, $250 in a nice matchup here as well. Saquon's just $274. Running backs tend to be a little bit cheaper, so you can kind of pick whoever you want, but just objectively, price per dollar, Jonathan Taylor is the best deal here, given his projection, his role in this offense he's taken on. He's a real bell cow. Once again, don't have to worry about Zach Moss anymore. So Jonathan Taylor kind of stands out as the best play at running back. And then finally, as I said, I did wide receivers and tight ends together. You can see here, if I click on tight end, you can see pretty big projection gap between our top tight end and our second best tight end. If you want to go to Dalton Kincaid, I don't mind it in a Josh Allen stack, but Travis Kelce kind of stood out as the one tight end I needed to include when talking about tight ends and wide receivers. Our top projected wide receiver of the day is Cooper Kupp, AJ Brown, Michael Pittman, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs. I looked at all of these guys to see, and I'm going to be wanting to stack any of my quarterbacks, so you kind of want to factor that in depending on which quarterback you choose. But I said, Stafford was extremely cheap for his projection at quarterback. Cooper Kupp actually looks pretty cheap at wide receiver as well. He is our cheapest wide receiver of this bunch. These are the wide receivers and tight end that I looked at. Cooper Kupp, the cheapest at $1.75. So you can do the Stafford Kupp stack. Really inexpensive. That is our probably the best point per dollar stack of the day. Pittman under $3, not a bad deal there for Pittman. We've also, Jamar Chase. I'm not that interested in Jamar. I play Browning, so I'm probably not going to go to Chase, but he is one of our better projected wide receivers that you can think about. Mike Evans at $4. I suppose you could do a Baker Mayfield stack, won't be too expensive. Not a huge me. Don't mind going to some Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown stacks. Of course, that's going to be a little bit more expensive. Kelce looks good. Obviously, your top pass catching option if you're playing Mahomes is just $670 min price. Diggs, love the Allen to Diggs stacks. Those look pretty good as well. And then Puka Nacua, it's a rookie card, so it's and I think it looks like he only has one core card. So Puka Nacua a little bit more expensive, but if you want to pay up to be contrarian, that's another way you can go with your Stafford stack. So there it is. Those are the top projected plays, the best plays on Reignmakers today. Gave you some value options, gave you some of the just best projected plays on the slate as well. These are the players that I would be choosing from playing Reignmakers this week. If you haven't hit that like button, please do like the video. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck this weekend.